the man never expected. He thought that by mastering the art of transformation, he could turn into a human, but after using it, his face turned out strangely distorted. In his own eyes he still looked kind, but to humans, his aura was more terrifying than that of a demon lord. This made the two adventurers deeply regretful. They should never have stepped into this forest. It turned out that not long ago, the two adventurers had accepted a C-rank commission to search for missing humans in the forest, but they unexpectedly discovered Jack's home. Yet they didn't realize that it was a dangerous dragon's lair, because outside the cave stood two statues as decoration, and inside were traces of human life. Glowing mushrooms lit the walls, while jars and bottles on the ground were filled with precious fruits and spices. They didn't know these were merely Jack's cooking ingredients. At that moment, the wounded venomous lizard awoke. It hissed threateningly at the intruders. They immediately recognized it as a deadly venomous lizard. One bite meant certain death, but strangely, it didn't attack. Instead, it ran toward the exit. Little did they know, this was Jack's signal. He had already noticed humans entering his home. He hadn't shown himself for fear of scaring them away. After all, his reincarnated body was that of a dragon-type monster, but he didn't want to miss the chance to interact with humans. He knew too little about this world, but recalling the transformation technique he had just learned, he decided to give it a try.
Yeah. いらっしゃい。
But contrary to his expectations, his current appearance only horrified the two girls. Sensing the aura of death, their first reaction was to unleash their ultimate skills, to create a chance to escape. Regardless of whether the attack worked, they fled without looking back. This left Jack helpless. He couldn't understand why they ran. All he wanted was to greet them warmly, because he failed to communicate with humans. Jack decided to wait until he grew stronger before trying again. Perhaps by leveling up further, he could truly transform into a human. But for now, there was a more practical problem. Monkeys in the forest kept stealing his stored jerky. So Jack asked the venomous lizard to mix a colorless, tasteless poison into the jerky, to teach them a lesson. Soon Jack heard a scream. A monkey had collapsed from poisoning. Jack seized the opportunity to strike. At his current level, handling a few monkeys was no problem. Yet he hadn't expected the monkeys to activate a support skill, summoning the Monkey King. The Monkey King's abilities were formidable. Like Jack, he was ranked D+. Their stats were nearly equal, but contrary to his fierce appearance, his skills were all support magic. He could enhance his allies' attack and speed. Jack had planned to strike first, but the Monkey King reacted swiftly, summoning earth walls to shield himself tightly. With the Monkey King's arrival, the monkey's speed greatly increased. They attacked together, and even Jack struggled to withstand them. Seeing the Monkey King about to strike, the venomous lizard rushed to intervene, but was seized by the Monkey King as a hostage. Seeing this, Jack quickly grabbed the poisoned monkey, and tried to negotiate. Jack intended to offer an antidote for the monkey, in exchange for safe passage for himself and the lizard, but the Monkey King believed only in strength, and cared nothing for his comrades' lives. As negotiations broke down, Jack suddenly proposed a duel. Whoever won would release the hostage. The Monkey King readily agreed. As the leader, he could not refuse the challenge, and he was very confident, for his support skills were not limited to strengthening allies. He could enhance himself as well. Originally, their strength was similar, but after buffing himself, Jack could no longer keep up with the Monkey King's movements. He could only rely on his rolling skill to keep distance, but merely fleeing was